Guys, the bot builder's back and welcome to another episode of Robot Wars Omega in your house. This is the War of Independence. Yeah, that's right, this is our third Robot Wars Omega in your house event and you people seem to really enjoy them. And here's one all for July the 4th. And well, we have a series of matches between British machines and American machines lined up for you, but there's so much more than bragging rights up for grabs in this episode, as we have two #1 contender matches as well. We're going to have a tag team match between the Crushing Spectacle, a new team of Razor and Spectre, taking on the Highway Stars, another new team of Shatter and P1. The winners will take on the tag team champions in the first episode of Request Lights Fight Night. But that is not all. As well, the main event sees the two former Robot Wars Omega champions, the former Robot Wars Omega champions Rapid, taking on the current ones Whiplash in a #1 contenders match. The winner will take on the Ultimate Challenge champion in the first episode of Request Lights Fight Night. But we also have two other good matches up for grabs here, as we also see a match between Bite Force and It Takes Two to Tango. As you know, Bite Force is looking to throw in the towel, but the team say they want one last great match before they retire. And the match I'm personally looking forward to the most, the first ever 4v4. Yeah, that is right, the Unexplained will be taking on Team Talk. And I know what you're thinking, doesn't Team Talk only have 3 members in it? Well, yes, you're right. But the team say they have a special mystery member who's going to be in this match, but they are not going to reveal who it is until the match comes. So there's a little bit of intrigue. There's some good matches up on here, and well, there's probably even going to be some sad moments, but overall, it's going to be one hell of a destructive show. So let's get into our first match. And first up, making their way into the ring, It Takes Two to Tango. Now, of course, this is going to be Bite Force's last ever match, and the team said that they want to take on It Takes Two to Tango, who, as you can see, is a very similar looking machine. It's got a good grappling arm, it can lift up, it can control machines, and it can even suplex them. It's got some very funky colouring, and well, it's a machine I thought would have done a bit better in Robot Wars Omega, but alas, they had a lot of bad luck in Season 2. But if you look at their success in SRW under the guise of Iron Mango, you'll know that this machine is no joke, as they were a semi-finalist in Series 1 of that. It's a very good machine, lots of lifting power behind it, and the claw is very destructive, but we'll see how they'll do against Bite Force. So maybe if they do get a win, they can go on to do bigger things, like their Iron and Mango-y cousin. And their opponents. Bite Force! Oh yeah, what a career Bite Force has had here in Robot Wars Omega. A very interesting career to be exact. The first ever robot to win the US Championship in Robot Wars Omega. And well, they've done a lot more since, making it all the way to the 10 Robot Rumble in Series 1, having some overall really good matches. However, they've since broken the claw, and the team said that they want to throw in the towel, at least for this version of the machine. But they said that they want to take on It Takes Two to Tango because they feel it'll be a good match. It could benefit It Takes Two to Tango, and they're two very similar machines. But despite that, Paul Ventimiglia says he's going to give it his all in this match to retire this version of Bite Force. And well, and if it does get a win, well, that definitely will be going out of a bang. They're a very good machine. It's a shame we're going to have to see them retire, but alas, damage can do that to a machine. But they say that they plan to bring in a certain spinner in for when we see them next time, so I can't wait for that. But for now, well, this will be the last time we'll see Bite Force in this version anyways. And in the corner patrol zone for the CPZs, we have the lovely Matilda and the even more lovely and deadly Toxic Seahorse. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. So here we go. We've certainly been seeing a lot of machines retire this year already. We've of course had Intergalactic. We've of course seen Gretted Carrot also retire. And, well, Bite Force will be the next one to go. But, look at this. That's a very good start by Bite Force. Lifting up It Takes Two to Tango like that. Lifting them up on their side. And Matilda now kind of a wrist spinning flywheel. And they're attacking It Takes Two to Tango. And they're currently in a lot of trouble. Bite Force trying to lift and control It Takes Two to Tango. But It Takes Two to Tango, they're currently in a lot of trouble. Bite Force getting in a lot of good lifts. They want to end on a victory. And It Takes Two to Tango, they're definitely struggling here. But now they're getting behind, and now they've got a good grapple onto Bite Force. And look at that for a lift. Look at that for a lift onto Bite Force. And they drop Bite Force down. Bite Force, though, able to escape and get away from the clutches of It Takes Two to Tango. It Takes Two to Tango, they do a surprising victory over Hits. That's how they qualified into Series 2. And Bite Force giving It Takes Two to Tango a good suplex. But It Takes Two to Tango, trying to come with those lifters right there, and then Bite Force now pushing It Takes Two to Tango in where the Seahorse swims. And the Seahorse does not like robots entering where he swims. And he's axing down in onto It Takes Two to Tango, although It Takes Two to Tango, of course, escaping away from the fish, the devastating fish. Oh, but Bite Force going a bit too close there into Toxic Seahorse. Toxic Seahorse bringing down the weaponry. It Takes Two to Tango, though, lifting up Bite Force, trying to lift them up and over, and they're coming in for a good attack from behind, and they're lifting them up, and Bite Force have been out of the arena, and like that, Bite Force's career ends just like that. Cease. The winners, It Takes Two to Tango. Well, It Takes Two to Tango's just made a pretty big statement here in Robot Wars Omega, ending the career of Bite Force like that, simply dumping them out the arena. And man, what a shame that is for Bite Force, not to end on a victory, but to end dumped out the arena. But it was a great career for Bite Force. But the team say they will be back with the spinner version, but for the 180-degree lifter version of Bite Force, that's it for them. And, well, it's always sad to see robots retire, but it just shows you that it's moving fast. And there will be a best of Bite Force video coming out soon, so don't worry. But right now, well, we definitely saw the best of It Takes Two to Tango in a match like that, getting the victory and dumping the former US champs out the arena to end their career. Our next match is a #1 contenders match for the Tag Team Terror Championship. First up, making their way into the ring, the team of Razor and Spectre. The Crushing Spectacle. Ah yes, here is the Crushing Spectacle. Well, of course they paired up because they're two of the best crushers in the business. Razor, well, they've won pretty much everything there is in Robot Wars, but they've not had the same success in Robot Wars Omega. But they're hoping a tag team victory here will definitely help them out. Whereas Spectre, as you know, a great machine in Robot Wars Omega, great competitors, All-Stars finalists. They also are a grand final, made it to the top 6 in Series 1. However, they didn't do too well in Series 2 when they fought a very nasty Cyber Spinner. But they're hoping to get some tag team success and win their first ever Tag Team Terror Championship. Heck, even their first ever championship in Robot Wars Omega here, alongside their buddies and fellow crushers, Razor. And well, it will be the veterans starting your first. Razor, as the rookie Spectre, will be sitting in the corner waiting to bite down on anyone who comes close. And their opponents, the team of Shatter and P1, the Highway Stars. Ah yes, here is the Highway Stars. When I said they were a new tag team, that was kind of a lie. We saw P1 and Blue team up in an episode of Request Fights Fight Night to team up against Raptor NG and Subatomic, but to no avail. But with Shatter having a new design and proving to be very successful, being a US Championship finalist, they decided to pair up with their buddies P1 yet again, to see how they'll fare as a tag team. But of course, they've got to beat Razor and Spectre to become the #1 contenders for the Tag Team Terror Championship. And well, honestly, I think they could do it. We've got P1 with a good front hinge flipper. Of course, they didn't do too well in Series 2, but they're still a good, strong machine. Whereas Shatter, well, they competed with Blue last time, but they lost in the qualifiers. But the new machine, Shatter, has definitely proven to be a deadly machine, being a finalist of the US Championship, even getting some victories over good machines like Sewer Snake and Hypershock. And well, it will be the machine Shatter who will start it off for the Highway Stars. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. So the winner of this will take on whoever the tag team champs are in the first episode of Request Lights Fight Night. As we know, it's currently Team Bitter Enemies, but it might not be because Worlds Collide. More on that later. But Razor coming in with that crusher in onto Shatter, and they're currently controlling them here at the minute. Shatter, they're on their side, but they're able to self-right. But look at this. Look, this is why Shatter was so effective. Those front forks are incredibly low, but Razor, don't forget how low they are as well, bringing down that crushing arm and preventing that axe from swinging, although they're trying to come for a good hit. Oh, but they come for a hit onto Spectre. I don't think that was their intentions to attack to attack the illegal bots, because Razor is of course the legal machine who's in, but Razor currently controlling Shatter, and Shatter of course self-righting, and they tag in onto P1. P1 comes in underneath though with their front wedge, and they do trying to come for a good flip right here onto Razor. Razor though escapes, and they tag it onto Spectre, and oh dear, P1, I don't think being in the ring with Spectre is a good idea, especially considering how powerful that crusher is. And look at this, they're just bending P1 right here at the minute. P1, what on earth happened to P1? P1 looks all bent, battered and bruised, and Spectre realises this. They're trying to whack their flipper to escape, but it doesn't matter as they're in the pit, and oh dear, I think you're going to have to fear Shatter for Spectre as well. You just saw what they did to your tag partners, and they might do the same to you. One of the most powerful crushers in Robot Wars Omega, and oh, look at that. Look at that. Shattering Shatter's hopes and dreams, but Shatter bringing down that front hammer, but Spectre is just too low for them, and they're just crumbling the... Oh, look at that! Bending through that beautiful looking armor of Shatter, and oh, Spectre crumpling them even more. And I think this is going to be it for Shatter. Yeah, I think Spectre has made it clear. Down the pit of their tag team partner. Oh, how nice. But what isn't nice is the fact that they've lost, and instead it'll be Crushing Spectacle who will get that tag team title shot. The winners and the #1 contenders for the tag team titles, Crushing Spectacle. Well, that was an impressive victory. Razor did tend to struggle, but as soon as Spectre came in, the hot tag, well, everything changed. Spectre pretty much dominated the Highway Stars, pitting P1 and even pitting Shatter, crushing and just bending both of them. And honestly, I reckon these two could be a pretty strong contender to be the tag team champions. And well, I think Team Bitter Enemies and their challengers in the next In Your House event are looking scared as the winners get to take on these guys. And honestly, I reckon these could be tag team champions one day. But for now, they're just the #1 contenders, and we'll see in due course how that will go. But we have 2 more matches left to go in this In Your House event, so let's get to them now. Our next match is the 4v4. First up, making their way into the ring, the Unexplained. Oh yeah, here they come, the Unexplained. Of course, the team of YouTubers who all have their own little beef with BattleBots Explained, but they decide to form a team. We of course have Michael Bolton, the pusher, Theo Hummel's robot, with those ramming forks. They didn't do as well as they hoped in the New Blood, losing out to their rivals Chaotic Robotics and Airborne. but they're still a very good pusher. Then we have the damager of the group, Afterthought, with that vicious vertical spinner that can definitely chop and chop machines out. The winners of the Account Mayhem Reserve Rumble. And talking of Account Mayhem bots, here's Flag of Doom, winners of the Last Chance Saloon and Bots and Moors Machine, the front inch flipper, the controlled one of the group. And finally, we have Chicken Strips Robotics one, standalone, an Account Mayhem Heat finalist in the second ever Account Mayhem. That triangular wedge is incredibly low. These teams have all got the unique combination of a spinner, a front inch flipper, and two pushers, but how they fare as a team against the team who they're facing. And it will of course be the captain, Michael Bolton, kicking things off for this team. But we'll see who their opponents are. And their opponents, Team Talk. And here is Team Talk, of course, the former tag team champions. Tornado using the scoop for this to hopefully try and deflect that vicious vertical spinner of Afterthought. But they, of course, have the other teams. We have Storm 2 of that front inch flipper and Limpet, the low pusher. Of course, former tag team champions Team Talk are with Storm 2 and Tornado. Held it for around 280 days. Limpet, of course, didn't have that same success in their tag team tournament, but they're still a good couple of pushers, and they're hoping to take out the Unexplained. Although you may notice, only 3 people? Strange, isn't it? Is this going to be a handicap match? Well, no, because the teams say they have a 4th member. And who is that 4th member? Wait! No! No way! No way, there's no way this machine is the 4th member. I recognise that music. Could it be? Could it truly be the hidden 4th member of Team Talk? Yes it is! Roadkill is the 4th member! Wow, I don't believe it! Roadkill's the 4th member! Roadkill is joined Team Talk! One of the greatest pushers in Road Wars Omega history! The runners-up of Series 2! The longest reigning Ultimate Challenge champions have joined forces with Team Talk! And what is this? Are they the captain? Well, they seem to be starting things off first for this team. Limpet's going into their position, Tornado's going into their position, and Storm 2 going right there. I think Roadkill could be the leader. I don't believe it. This is shocking stuff right here. I don't believe it. Roadkill is joined Team Talk. And well, how would that change things for the Unexplained? Well, we'll have to wait and see when this match begins. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. Well, I will be honest, I was not expecting this, and already Roadkill is pushing in onto Michael Bolton and they're slamming them into the arena sidewall. And they still have Michael Bolton wedging underneath and they're slamming them again. Michael Bolton, they just can't do anything to Roadkill here at the minute. Now, of course, this is a no time limit match. It will only end once, once all the members of one team have been eliminated. And honestly, I don't see the Unexplained coming out on top here. Michael Bolton, they want to escape, and well, they do escape, and they tag in onto Afterthought. And Afterthought trying to rub the spinner, but Roadkill tags in onto Tornado. They know what's good for them, and they're using that front scoop to try and prevent that vertical spinner of Afterthought. And this is what Tornado does best. It's a very good front scoop. And well, you just see what they did there, and now in comes Standalone though, who's coming in onto Tornado, trying to lift them up. Now, of course, the only hazard that will be activated for this is the pit, and look at this Standalone. Seems to be taking good control of Tornado. Tornado, they can't do much, but that's already a machine down for the Unexplained. Afterthought bounced out by Tornado, but look at this by Afterthought. Afterthought manages to pit Tornado, but what's it by Storm 2? Storm 2! Storm 2 is just pitted! It's just pitted standalone! And Tornado, well, I don't really think they're the legal machine in, but I think it's now down to, Tornado, just get out of here. Yeah, fair enough. Well, I think it's now down to 2 versus 3. We've already had some great eliminations already. And, well, that was a very good elimination onto Tornado by Standalone, but Storm 2 saw it as an opportunity to sneak attack them. But now, Flag of Doom 2.0 is now controlling Storm 2. And, well, Storm 2 have been flipped up and over. But, oh dear, was that a tagging onto Roadkill? I think it probably is. I think it probably is a tagging onto Roadkill. Flag of Doom are currently in trouble. Flag of Doom, no. They tag it onto Michael Bolton, and Michael Bolton's able to get it underneath Roadkill, and they slam him into the arena sidewall. This is very good stuff here at the minute, getting those front prongs in underneath and pushing Roadkill. And, well, when it does come to pushing power itself, Michael Bolton, they definitely have a lot. It's just whether they can get in underneath robots or not. But Roadkill, trying to get in underneath, and, well, they do tag it onto Flag of Doom. Flag of Doom, though, is lower than Roadkill. And look, this is now a good match, a good old war of attrition, but they tag it onto Limpet, and Limpet is now the machine who is out. And Limpet comes in for a good little push right there. In onto Flag of Doom. Storm 2 helping their own partner. But look at this, that orange wedge is proving to be a nuisance for Limpet. Limpet has been flipped up and over. Flag of Doom is currently controlling Limpet here. And are they going to get them out of the arena? Oh, very nearly got them out of the arena then. Limpet, they're struggling here. And they tag it onto Storm 2. And Storm 2 comes in for a good slam. But Flag of Doom tags in onto Michael Bolton. And Michael Bolton comes in for a good slam in onto Storm 2. And Storm 2 on their back. And can Michael Bolton pin them? Can Michael Bolton get them down the pit? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They get them down the pit. Oh, but oh no. This isn't good, as Roadkill is now in the mix, and it's now a good old-fashioned 1v1. Limpet Mark II and Roadkill taking on Flag of Doom 2.0, and Michael Bolton. And Roadkill! Oh, Roadkill's knocked off one of Michael Bolton's wheels! And that is catastrophic damage! But they tag it onto Flag of Doom 2.0, and that orange wedge is getting in underneath. Will it be a victory for the Unexplained, or will it be a victory for Team Talk? Who knows? Now, Flag of Doom is lifting Roadkill up on their side. The orange wedge is coming in. And, well, Flag of Doom, well, of course, Roadkill tagging onto Limpet. They can't do much when they're upside down. But now Flag of Doom coming in that front wedge, and they're going to try and get Limpet out the arena. They tried very hard then. Well, I mean, the pit does look to be too full for, well, any of these machines to go in, but maybe a possible Uta, or no, as Limpet comes in for a good slam, and are they going to do it? Oh, well, Storm 2, get back down that pit, you cheating bastards. You're not meant to copy Tornado and escape the pit. Get back down there too, you lot. Oh my god. But currently, this is a really good match here going on here at the minute, and, well, now Michael Bolton rams in onto Limpet, and they're pushing them into the arena sidewall, and they're slamming them here at the minute. Flag of Doom, no! Are they going to do it? No, they tag in onto Michael Bolton. And they got that wedge in underneath Limpet. And Limpet, well, they're struggling because of that free-wheel drive. And Limpet managing to escape. They just managed to escape. And Limpet's back on their feet. Michael Bolton back on the correct way up. And, well, this is a great match already. It's already gone on for a very long time. Oh, another good slam right there by Limpet. But just look at that wheel of Michael Bolton, and Limpet are definitely proving to be effective here, and they pit Michael Bolton. And, well, it's now down 2v1. It's a handicap situation, but Flag of Doom 2.0, they want to get rid of Limpet, and I definitely think they could. They just need to try hard enough. And Limpet, they're currently on their backs, and oh, Flag of Doom! Oh, Flag of Doom very nearly gets them out of the arena here. But another good slam, and now they tag in, and just, oh, bugger off. You bugger off too. You're pissing me off too much. Oh, well, Limpet for some reason tagging onto Roadkill, despite being upside down. Now, Roadkill's not very effective when upside down. That's, of course, what helped Endgame defeat them for the Ultimate Challenge Championship, but Roadkill, of course, tagging in onto Limpet again. It's just a handicap situation. It's 2v1 here. Flag of Doom 2.0, struggling here at the minute. They're on their backs, but they're able to get back down. And the orange wedge has been gone for ages, you know? Yeah. Why not? Why not? But oh, look at this! And why not indeed? Look at this, Limpet's very nearly going out of the arena. And they've gone so many close hooters. Oh, they've done it! They've done it! But now it's down to a good old-fashioned 1v1. Roadkill, Flag of Doom! Flag of Doom! Very nearly met its doom there. But they're definitely doing a good job of controlling Roadkill, the former Ultimate Challenge champions. But Roadkill comes in for a slam. And Roadkill comes in for another slam. And well, and Flag of Doom are definitely struggling here at the minute. Roadkill coming in for another good old slam right there. Flag of Doom, they're on their side. And this could potentially be it for Flag of Doom. Yes, it is. They're down the pit. And in this winner of the 4v4, it goes to Team Talk. And the winners of the 4v4...
You think you know me?
Team Talk! Well, that's new music for them. Well, Team Talk, look at this. They've officially... Well, I never really took Team Talk seriously, but now Roadkill is a member. I think this is going to be a faction that will be a force to be reckoned with. Tornado, Roadkill, Storm 2, and Limpet. They've beaten the Unexplained in, well, honestly, despite the odd eliminations, that was mostly dominant fashion. And that was an impressive fashion right there. And Roadkill being the sole survivor. And I think they're going to be a great addition to this faction of pushers. And, well, you can see why. And honestly, maybe Team Talk can hopefully win the tag team titles yet again one day. But right now, a victory over the Unexplained is a victory. And is a big victory at that. But now, let's go into the main event. And our main event is for the #1 contendership for the Ultimate Challenge Championship. First up, making their way into the ring, the reigning Robot Wars Omega champions, Whiplash! Here is Whiplash, the reigning Robot Wars Omega champions. Surprised everyone to do so, to become the king of the ring. But you can see how that good lifter, that vertical spinner, that four-wheel drive, all in a combination, a deadly combination of having on the greatest drivers in the business. This machine is a deadly one and is a force to be reckoned with. They won Series 2, taking out former Ultimate Challenge champions Roadkill, and the current Ultimate Challenge champions Endgame is a machine that they have beaten before. So honestly, I reckon Whiplash is a machine who could become an Ultimate Challenge champion one day. And also, who knows, he could become Mr. Whiplash 2 belts, as they're of course entered in the Internet Cup. Well, I don't know how well they did, because this is before I've recorded the second part of the round of 32. Who knows, they could have lost in the first round, who knows. But either way, that shouldn't take away from the fact that this is the Series 2 champions. This is the machine with the longest unbeaten streak in Robot Wars Omega at 8-0. And this is one of the deadliest machines in Robot Wars Omega history. And their opponents, the Series 1 champions, Rapid! And here it is, Rapid, one of the most hated Robot Wars Omega, funnily enough. But this is a good machine, and they've been in pursuit of being in the Ultimate Challenge Championship yet again. As you'll know, this is the first ever Ultimate Challenge Champion. Held it for 49 days, making them the second longest reigning Ultimate Challenge Champion. Well, I think they're third now. I think Endgame surpassed that. But they're still a really good machine. A very powerful front flipper right there. And they've of course been in pursuit, but all those times have failed ever since they lost the belt to Blood Pumper They lost in the main event of Robomania. They lost in the Robot Rumble. But they're hoping here to challenge whoever the Ultimate Challenge Champions will be in the first episode of Request Fights Fight Night by taking out their fellow series champs, Whiplash, with that deadly flipper, and become the first ever two-time Ultimate Challenge Champion. And in the corner patrol zone for the CPZs, well, I mean, now that the pubs are back open, good God, who knows what this guy's up to? It's Virus. And we also have Rhino. Well, at least he could be a designated driver again for Virus now that the pubs are back open. Good God, have you ever seen Virus drunk driving? Good God, it's not a pleasant sight at all. He wants to crash into my house. Dickhead. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate. And you can't get a more star-studded main event than this. Series 1 champion, Series 2 champion, winner gets the #1 contender's shot at the Ultimate Challenge Championship, and Rapid is already coming for a good flip in onto Whiplash. Now, currently right now, if we're looking at this in a more independent sense, well, basically the Brits have beaten all the American machines already, but hopefully maybe the Americans will get victory here. Jesus Christ, that was a very close Uta. They got there in onto Rapid, and Rapid are currently on their backs. And Rapid, though, able to get back down. Now, Whiplash, of course, won the US Championship 2 times in a row as well. A former champion of champions as well. A very good machine. And, well, Rapid is currently feeling the force of Whiplash. Of course, but Whiplash gets lifted up there by Rapid. Rapid, though! Oh, that vertical spinner of Whiplash is proving to be very effective, and Rapid getting lifted up right here. And Whiplash are now lifting up Rapid, and Rapid have been flipped up and over. Now, Whiplash, of course, they've been in pursuit of the championship as well. They were in that 20-round Rumble, but they were eliminated by Airborne. Yeah, they were eliminated by Airborne, which is very shocking stuff. Of course, Airborne, the current New Blood champions, and Rapid have been flipped up and over, and the vertical spinner of Whiplash is trying to come in and knock some sense into Rapid. And Rapid have been knocked up and over, and they very nearly got Rapid out of the arena then. Whiplash now coming for a good hit right there onto Rapid again. Rapid trying to self-right Rapid on their backs, and now they're being pushed into Rhino CPZs, and Rhino comes in for a good old slam right there onto Rapid. Rapid self-right, and another good uppercut right there by Whiplash, and Whiplash trying to get Rapid clean up and out of the arena. And, well, Rapid, they've not been doing great here, have they? Well, they're able to self-right, but now, oh, Whiplash comes in for another good hit, that vertical spinner, and again, another good strong hit, and again, and aside from a couple of flips at the beginning, Rapid's not been able to do much, and they very nearly went out the arena. They're back on their feet, though. Another good massive hit, and Virus now gets to have some fun with Rapid. And Rapid, they're currently on their backs. Whiplash trying to come for a good hit right there. Oh my God, what's Rapid done? What the fuck? What on earth has Rapid done? Rapid, you've blown it. You've blown your shot at becoming a 2-time Ultimate Challenge champion. Whiplash will be the #1 contender. What have you done? Cease. The winners and the #1 contender for the Ultimate Challenge Championship, Whiplash! I am stunned. What on earth have you done there, Rapid? You self-righted yourself out of the arena, you utter morons. And Whiplash gets a victory like that. Well, it's not the victory that they wanted, but it's a victory nonetheless. They probably would have won on the judge's decision on damage, but Rapid. Wow. Just self-righted yourself out of the arena like that. I am amazed. I am stunned. And, well, what an odd way to end a great In Your House event, in my opinion, with an ending like that. And Whiplash will be the ones to take on Endgame, or will it be the Artifact? Oh, yes. Well, whoever wins the Ultimate Challenge Championship at Worlds Collide in the first ever episode of Request Fights Fight Night, but Whiplash will be waiting for them there. And honestly, I have a feeling this machine could become an Ultimate Challenge champion to add to their list of accolades. Anyways, as usual, thank you so much for watching this episode. Join my Discord server, linked in the description below. The link works now. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Also, follow me on Wattpad. I mean, the progress on the industry's kind of been halted a bit, but I'm hoping to start working on it yet again. And also, if you like what you see, give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. And, well, and how can you not like an ending like that? Unexpected stuff. You can't write it. And until next time, the Bot Builder, out.